Welcome back, everyone, to another episode here today. And I'm going to be talking about the first weekend of the beta and a little bit of week two of the beta here. I played a lot of week one. I have played probably a day so of week two, and it has got a lot better. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on the first beta and then give you my thoughts on how they kind of cleaned it up for the second beta and if this game is going in the right direction so far and more. Make sure you guys click the descriptions for my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord is all located. I have been streaming a lot of the beta on Twitch, so if you guys want to catch some of that, make sure you guys go down there. This is coming out on a Sunday night, so Monday I might be streaming with it, but we're going to be off streamings on Tuesdays, and I hope to get more consistent videos out to you guys, especially at least once to a week, so be looking forward to that. As we get into it, the vertical menus, it's so much cleaner, easy to navigate, and brings back the classic feel of COD. Classic feel, I mean, we've always had vertical menus like create a class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all down in a line. So we can just go right down instead of over, down, over, up. That whole Hulu thing just did not work. I love these vertical menus. Really simplifies the whole entire create a class screen. Then some of the stuff I do have a problem with is like the top corner map. It feels small. And this, I know I need to change to a square map. That will make it feel bigger, but it feels like it's really zoomed in. So you can't really tell like where any enemies or teammates are. But that's just a small thing. It might be the same as usual. But just in my opinion, I felt like it's really zoomed in and doesn't offer as much as it used to. The time to kill, it's almost as fast as MW19. I feel where if you see them for a second, you can probably kill them. Or if you team shot, in this game, team shotting is going to be so underrated because like in Modern Warfare 3, you had a good one-on-one chance, but if you team shot, it's going to be even a better, well, it's going to be better because you got two people shooting, but you didn't need to team shoot because, one-on-one, there's going to be enough time in that you can kind of make up for it and you can kill someone if they make mistakes. But in this game, if two people shoot you right away, you're done. Like, you're maybe getting one, but you're just not getting two. And in MW3, there was a chance, like, with how much health you had and how it was a little bit slower, so you could at least get one and then almost get two. But in this game, if there's two guys in front of you, you're just gonna die. Really, it's really fast. So with that, it's gonna lead to more connection problems. You're gonna feel more connection problems in this game than you have in the past of like Cold War because of the fast time to kill. Because if you have like desync, like there was a bunch of desync problems the first weekend. So like if you're having a little bit of problem, that if you have a couple milliseconds back, I mean you're already dead and you're just firing your first bullet. But I like the TTK as it is right now. But let me know your thoughts down below on it. If you guys rock the 150 health, or are you guys good with 100 health? The weapon balance, most of the guns feel relatively okay. SMGs need to be more like SMGs, kind of like a C9. C9's like a perfect SMG. The new SMG they just brought in, that's really fun, a good 3-shot weapon, and it's different. The Jackal, now that they have nerfed it, it's actually in line with the rest of the guns, which is really nice. Like, yes, people are still using it in week 2, but nowhere near to the amount of week 1. Like, week 1, you literally had to use the Jackal, especially if there was like a team of demons of like 5 of them just running around. I mean, you had to use the Jackal just to keep up with them because it was literally so good. But week 2, I've been having a lot more fun rather than week 1 because of the more stuff we have available to us. And secondly, it's not just Jackal warfare running around. Like, Modern Warfare 3 is MCW warfare, so like it's good. Like, yes, there's always gonna be a best gun, but there shouldn't be like a gun that like you could use for anything. Like at least the MCW up close, you could win with a rival. Like this, I mean, you could win long range, you could win short range, but now that they nerfed it, it is a really solid weapon along with the others. The maps we got, Scud, that's the big dish one, satellite dish out there. Not a bad map. The spawns, as we'll get through it, pretty bad at first, but the week 2, I haven't had much problems with the spawns, so that's good that they got some data on it and try to fix that as much as they can. Rewind is the grocery store. I like this one, and I think it flows pretty good. Now, a lot of people I've been seeing hate this map, which I don't really like Scud in that, but they don't like Rewind. I like Rewind. I think it's a pretty good map, and it's mixy. You can kind of get long range, short range. I really like it. Um, Derelic, it's the train map, as you see on here. That map needs a lot of work, but as I've played, I've had a lot more fun on it in week 2 than I had week 1. Week 1, I just despise that map, and now week 2, it's kind of getting there, kind of rubbing a little more on me, which it's not as bad as I thought it was. But yeah, the spawns on that map is just, and it's so hard with the small maps they gave us. Is no wonder the spawns are gonna be bad. And it's nice that they did bring some small maps so they can adjust spawns, but like they kind of need a range of, a good medium, a long, and a small map, so like they can kind of get an idea for all of them. And then Skyline, which is the pool map, it's a pretty solid map. The underground portion is a nice touch. And like if you keep getting killed by the pool, you can go underground. And the spawns on that map, pretty good, pretty solid. There is a stair glitch that you can do on the office side, and you can see right through the stairs. You'll probably see it a couple times in this video when it gets to the Skyline portion. I mean, you can. Their red name tag shows right up through, so it's really easy kills there, and I hope they fix that coming when the game actually comes out. And then, also they have RCXD, like hidden holes on this map, on the Skyline. So like if you guys want me to show them to you, let me know down below. I'll make a video on that. The end of game screen and best play, I like it. It's a really good touch. I haven't had any best plays of like 1 kill and that's it. I mean, it's been like someone gets a 3-4 piece, so that's really good that it's actually working good, and it doesn't feel too long. Ping, they say it's ping, and there is a server in Columbus which is located near me, and you'd think it'd be easy to connect with, but with this disbanding lobbies, the connection is so hit and miss that when you find a good lobby with good connection, it just gets rid of that experience every time, and every time you hop into the game, you never know what to expect, because one game you'll have good connection and you're hitting all your shots, then the next game you have no idea, like the shots are not hitting, the connection just feels off. And with this disbanding lobbies, you're always going to have that in this game where, first 2 games like, ooh, today's going to be the day. Then next 2 games, your ping's just off because you're on another server when they're trying to find you different people, which most of the time, most people I've met and that I play with, we're cool with playing about the same exact people. Like, yes, there's sometimes we want to leave and get rid of some people, but most of the time we're like, hey, that was a good game. Like, let's go right back at it. There is a stutter bug in it right now where it seems like when you get into a fight, it chops, freezes, leading to not winning a gunfight. Hopefully this will be changed. I haven't noticed it as much in week 2, but in week 1 it was really bad where you'd just be running and then all of a sudden freeze and then you're probably dead because of that freeze. So that is good that they're working on that. And the desync, towards the end of the weekend on the 1st, it got really worse. They got an update out and then it just went to shit, I think. My friends were complaining that they were having issues early in the game, but I never noticed it till later. Especially with this 100 health, if you don't have good connection or anything, you will get melted before you can even react. Attachments on guns may not have many drawbacks, which is great. Makes your gun feel powerful and not have your gun suffer so bad in one area. And it lets you use an AR for an AR and an LMG. For an AR, you can't just make an LMG, like a full AR, and then just be running around with an LMG. So hopefully, we don't have like no Bruin 9 type stuff going on. But when we have that, we'll see when the full game releases what all guns we have. Perk balance seems alright. The recon one, where you get like the 3 blues and you can see through walls, that is a wee bit overpowered. They need to do something about that because, I mean, it's like 5 seconds right when you spawn up, especially on these small maps. I mean, you're spawning up and you can see all the enemies for 5 seconds and exactly where they're running to. The next thing feels, the weapon switching feels slow. I know they increased it for weekend 2 and it feels way better now, but you can definitely tell when you're handling with gun ho or dexterity and when you're not, which you should be able to, but like you should also be able to function in the game where, hey, I know I don't have that, but like it's slower, but it's not like holy crap, it needs to be a crutch. So that's what I'm scared of. So I think they need to keep it where it is in week 2 or a little bit faster even, and we'll go from there. We can keep adjusting it throughout just to make sure, but yeah, week 1 was definitely too slow. And then kind of little other notes that they keep doing in COD that we just, as a community, I don't think agree on. Not the with having disbanding lobbies in the game, it provides a new experience, which sounds good in theory, but leads to very inconsistent results and experiences in the game. When you find that good connection, you want to be able to stay in that lobby, but with the way it is, you might get a good one, and then the next one you might be really bad, and the connection is just rough, which even if you're going even and you're having a good connection, it's way better than going like maybe neg 3 and having bad connection, because you're just like, I could be like, you're just all the time about the connection. So if they, I mean, I think lobby should bring it back, kind of like I preferred the Modern Warfare 3 version, where you have 12 people in the lobby, whoever scored the most, that's so 1 goes to one team, 2 goes to the other, 3 goes to one, 4 goes to one, 5, like, I prefer that one right away. And you could kind of, like, when you're waiting in that lobby, you could tell which team, okay, so the top 4 guys are definitely legit, the next 6 guys are just okay, then there's 2 guys after that. And I thought that system was nice. Yes, some games you get blown out, but in this, I mean, there is a lot of times, because you don't get rewarded for projects, hard points enough and dominations enough, that people just go, and if you play objective, you're going to win 250 to like 55. And it's, I mean, this whole skill-based matchmaking thing, I don't want to get into it, but bring back standing lobbies where you're not disbanding every single time.
No, he's up top.
If COD wants to go back to where it has a big community backing it, you have to let us talk to the people. Like, going back as like when I was a kid, like Wildcat videos, Vanoss videos, when they were playing BO2, and then they were just going up against these guys, and they could stay in the same lobby as them and play a couple games against them. And it was just so funny watching that back in the day. And that now, I mean, you can't create community, because if you don't add that person right after, you're never probably going to play them again, which I don't like that. And on another note, that's why I prefer ranked, because most people in the game play about the same way. Everyone throws in their little touch, and it's fun to play with a team and then adjust to them. Be like, okay, they like to hit B more than they like to hit A. And then you face them a couple games later or the next game, and then you're like, have an idea of their play style and how to counter it. And that's like the pros. They play 5 matches, 5 games and a match. Well, if they go 3-2 and that, at least 3 games though, and they watch VOD. They know, okay, this guy, he likes to go A off the break to do this. Like just little stuff like that. That is so fun in the game, and most COD players like to see, okay, hey, he likes that head glitch right there. I'm gonna try to do this to get around on it, and just to make them little enemies, friendlies on your team, just like make the community engage with each other. But with this disbanding lobbies, you just can't make you. It's so hard to build a community with it. Players' icons on the map and teammates. I feel. I don't know if it's well. It doesn't help with the sleeper agents either. But in this game, I mean, I have shot my teammates and teammates have shot me more than any other game. So I don't know if we just need to change the color setting, make it a higher blue. But like even when you're aiming, sometimes like the name tag doesn't come up right away. So you're like, oh wait, is that an enemy or is that a friendly? And yes, the sleeper agent doesn't help because sometimes it's like, oh, that's a friendly, and then he kills you. It's like, oh, okay. But like this game, I felt like even without sleeper agents, like it has been bad where you're just shooting each other. So that's just a small complaint. That's nothing big, but like I feel like the friendly name tags don't show up enough where it's like, okay, that's a friendly, that's an enemy. It's hard to really look at it and see that, and that's what the problem is with all these cosmetics in the game. Because like in the old games, it was easy. Be like you had the seals, and then you had like the other side. So like one would be dressed like Navy SEALs, and the other would be like in whatever they would be, but it wouldn't be like the SEALs. So you could easily tell who's on your team and who's not. So that's the issue they're going to be running in with all these cosmetics. But I feel like they should be able to find a way around it. Background music in the menu is sweet. Everyone who played BO2 can remember the song, so having a good song while searching through classes, waiting for a game is nice. And then finally, I have a topic on kill streaks. They feel expensive, but that's okay if they're worth it. But right now, they're not very worth it, I don't think, personally. Now, Hellstorm, that's very nice. Been having a lot of fun with it. The chopper, it's doing pretty well. But like the UAV, it's like 675 scores, so that's like over 6 kills, or at least 6 kills. And if you get like a capture here, you can do it. But like before, it was like only 3-4 kills. But now adding 2 more kills just for UAV, and that UAV, I swear, lasts 10 seconds. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but when I play, and it's like, oh, UAV at 50% already, and it's like I just went 10 seconds and it's already there. It's like that is just something I have felt during the playtest and the beta of they either need to decrease the score streak or make them a little bit more powerful. I would rather have I would rather have looping too, because if they're going to be this expensive, you could probably use looping, because I mean most people, they're not even going to be able to loop their streaks, because most people, they're not even calling in UAVs or anything because they can't even get there on a streak. So looping in this game, I feel like needs to come back, but the kill streaks I feel like need to be a little bit more rewarding in the game. Let me know down below what you guys think of the kill streaks, guns. Are you guys excited for BO6 and more? And I'll see you guys in the next video.